Hey guys, back with another toy pickups. I know I missed last week. I got busy. If you follow me on any other aspects besides this channel, you know that I coach boxing. So we had a boxing event over the weekend. It's too much explanation. I wasn't here last week, but I am back here this week. So I got some stuff to talk about. I actually got quite a bit. I'm going to break this up a little bit. I'm not going to do all of it today. I'll do some of it next week because I don't think I have anything much coming in next weck. So I'll just show you some of the stuff that I didn't show you today next week. All right. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. So the first thing that I got was my Snarl from Magic Square. This thing is pretty awesome. Again, Snarl. It's very cartoon accurate. Let me go ahead and get you. The pose is what I had him like. This is on my shelf. Sorry if you wonder why he's doing that. Magic Square has always been really good with articulation, even though like the G1 stuff's very blocky. The stuff comes with, look at this, the knee articulation, the arm, the elbows, stuff like that. The head turns. They bend over at the waist really well. Sometimes if you unlatch it from the back, it actually bends more. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, that's due to articulation. And yes, it is due to articulation, and that's what makes it cool, because this thing is very articulated for being such a blocky thing from G1. So I love it. Boxes, because now I have to show boxes. I feel like I got to do that now. Here's the box if you want to see it. With Magic Square, I was trying to do something of the pose that was on the box, except a little bit higher, because he had stuff in front of him. That's the back, that's the side, that's the top, that's the bottom, and then we get rid of it because I really don't care. All right, so this is him. He now is going to go with the rest of my Dinobots, because that's him in Swoop. If you want to see some of the scale, he's a slightly taller than Swoop. And then Slag, which I found out when I was younger that Slag is kind of like Slut in England, but that's the scale. They're roughly, if you take the little top here, roughly about the same size. So that's Slag. I also have Grimlock sitting over there. I just didn't get him with that because that was New Age, and I didn't want to do the comparison on them. Also, I have him in Dino mode, and I feel like transforming him for this. So the only thing I really need right now is Sludge. One of the cool things that kind of makes me regret that I didn't do this in New Age. New Age has that whole little combiner piece for the 6th Dinobot, where you can go and make what is the dinosaur called? Because I know Hasbro started it. But anyway, they're combined mode, which I hope Magic Square copies for some particular reason, because I feel like I kind of missed out. I'm not going to rebuy all the Dinobots just so I can do that combiner mode. But if they put it on sale, I might. All right, next thing that I got is I'm kind of getting into CT toys, because I went and got a CT Toys Mafex Daredevil. This thing's really good. I've really gotten to the point that the CT knockoffs, I really can't tell from Mafex quality. I guess if I had them side by side, I really could. But he looks awesome. He actually looks awesome, and I've had him up against some of my other Mafex stuff, and I really can't take, like, here's first box. Let's get the box thing out of the way. Here we go. So here's his box. Very comic inspired. I basically just stole everything from the Mafex design. Here's the back, so you can see the product shots. Here's the side. Here's the top. There's the bottom. And then we chunk that. All right, so the paint's good. The articulation's the same. I haven't felt any loose joints. He comes with all the parts. I love that he comes with the individual clubs. Also, this piece right here, actually, you can swap it out to where you can actually have it with him already in there if you just want to use his free hands. I like him holding his little batons. I have the gritting face on it. He does come with a more stoic face, which was in the box that I just chunked. Sorry about that, guys. And if you want to see him versus a Dusty Venom, because I need to dust, that's him with the Venom side by side. I don't have them both standing up. But look, the quality is roughly about the same. You can probably see all the dust now. The quality is about the same. I also have a Spider-Man that I had sitting over there. This would probably be more a better comparison, even though I don't have them standing up. I got to do something where I can have them standing up. That's in the works, guys. I'll do something where I actually have like a little area so I can show these off a little bit better. But he is really good. You can really see the D on there. Look at the the sculpting in the back. Look, they did a great job. for being a knockoff. I don't really enjoy many knockoffs. There's a few things that I've gotten as knockoffs, and right now I have a Daredevil that's a knockoff and a Batman that's a knockoff. And I think I have a Galvatron that's a knockoff for New Age. But that's really it. Everything else has been pretty much been paying the actual rights holders. But CT right now for me is taking all of the stuff that I was like, I'm not going to spend 120 bucks at Mayfex for, but I'll spend $25 for a knockoff. It's just going to be a representation on my shelf. I don't love it that much to spend that money, but I do love it enough for $25 or $35, depending on tariffs. All right, last thing that I got today, because I know these videos seem to get pretty long. Continuing my Gargoyles collection, because when I originally started Gargoyles, I thought I was going to keep it to just Goliath and Demona, because last time I spaced on her name. Goliath and Demona, and then a couple of the human characters. But finding them at Ross has really helped out my collection, because now I have Brooklyn. And I really like Brooklyn. I'm upset that I passed on Brooklyn to begin with, because Brooklyn is really cool. The mouth articulates. Look at this. I can have him screaming, or I can tell him to shut up. There you go. Be quiet. Be quiet, Brooklyn. There you go. And box. Here's the box. Look at that. The artwork on it is amazing. The product shots on the back, which really somehow didn't know he closed his mouth. There's the side. There's the top, there's the bottom, and then we shrunk that. All right, so this thing has really impressed me. Obviously, you get the same articulation with any of the Neca stuff. It's not amazing for Gargoyles, but it has quite a bit. Like, look, it's got double jointed arms or double jointed elbows. So that, look how far that hand can get up, and that double jointed elbow. It only has single jointed knees. That's the only sad part about it. But how much do you need them crunching for a gargoyle? Everything's great. The sculpt on him is amazing. I love it. I love it. The face, for people who complained it was too realistic, that looks very cartoonish right there. Like, I really enjoy what they did with these figures, and I'm very sad that the line had to end. And I don't know why it got dark. That the line had to end. So he does come with his tail, his accessories. He has another head, which I actually just broke taking it out of the package. This one doesn't articulate. You can't do anything with that head. So he is permanently screaming. And that's where I broke it at. I accidentally yanked it off the back of his head when I was trying to pull it out. But I assume I could just re-glue this thing and it'll be fine. For a minute, I thought maybe the hair swaps, they did hair swaps, but no, I broke the glue, so I'll fix that. Other accessories that he comes with, dude comes with sunglasses. So if we put them on here, because that'll be the easiest thing for me to do. He's yelling with his sunglasses on, so that's really cool. He also comes with his tail, which for some particular reason I don't like leaving on, but he has a lance, which I don't remember him using much in the show. Alternate hands, a tail, and then a little scripture. Because I know, let me pull that out here. Goliath comes with a book. So I guess they all get a, like, do I not remember the Gargoyles TV show? Because I really don't remember everybody having a page. Something like that. But he has one. So, or maybe it was an episode where there was a page missing from the book and now he has the extra page. All right, so comparisons, I guess. Let's go ahead with him and Thalog. So he is quite smaller than Thalog, if you want to look at him that way. I also have, if I can grab real quick, Hudson. And he's a little shorter than Hudson. All right. With that being said, that is Brooklyn. You need another look at him. Awesome. All right. Toy news. The Tron HasLab is gonna fail. I'm just gonna call it right now. The Tron HasLab is gonna fail. MCM is this weekend. It's gonna be in London at times that I am not gonna be awake for. So if there's anything super important that I need to talk about, I'll do it in a separate video after the fact. May catch it next week sometime. I'm hoping for more G.I. Joe. I know G.I. Joe will have a panel Hoping for some more G.I. Joe stuff and some more Marvel Legends stuff. I know they're supposed to finish the rest of this Spider-Man wave, which everybody on it, I really don't care about. Like the Hypno Hustler. What's the Hypno Hustler? I'm barely into the Cardiac that's on here, but everything else is like, I might pass on it. So if something interesting, I'll talk about MCM. If not, then we'll just get past and we'll talk about more toy pickups next week. It is getting towards the fourth quarter. So, or technically we're in the fourth quarter. So all of Ross and Ollie's are really starting to get some stuff. So you're going to see a lot of more stuff from Ross and Ollie's on the toy pickups because this is the best time when we start getting all the deals for that stuff. And then Black Friday and so on and so forth. So with that being said, I'll see you guys next week.